Hi, my name is Thomas Murray. I'm the guest curator here at the San Francisco Tribal and Textile Art Fair. This exhibition is featuring the artwork of Mort Golub, a sculptor from Marin County whose life changed at the Sausalito Flea Market in 1984. That was a crossroads for people coming from all parts of the world, ethnic art, Afghanistan, Bolivia, Peru, Africa, Indonesia, and we looked for treasure, and we weren't the only ones. But there was one day that Mort was tremendously lucky. Mort found this mask, a Himalayan mask from the border of Tibet and Nepal, a stunning masterpiece. I tried to buy it from him, and he was suspicious because he bought it for $600 and I offered him $1,000. Month after month, year after year, I kept offering him more. And he said, listen, Tom, I'm never going to sell it. And I convinced him that we should start banking a collection of Himalayan masks. As it happened, he followed that advice and we started to form groups of masks that were shamanic and masks that were monastic, village, drama pieces from the high Himalayas. In due course, we ended up making the most serious collection in the United States. Became famous. I wrote several articles, built up some provenance. About halfway into his collecting, he started to make sculptures from found objects. These masks feature human expressions of joy, anger, peace. The faces reveal and conceal. They capture our human nature. And the principle for his artwork is based on found object themes. This exhibition includes an essay here discussing how found objects, for example in Tibet, tokchas, bronze objects that were used as amulets, or the Dayak of Borneo would find objects in nature that served as charms and were recognized as the home of spirits. It's not that different than Mort finding pieces of wood at the beach or old rusty pieces of metal and imbuing them with a spirit form. This piece was Mort Golub's first work of art. It's called Shaman Family, Guardians of the Portal. This is, shows an almost yurt-like place, and the theme was of Siberia. We see the notion of transformation. So the transformation masks were the objects of shamanism that were collected, that came from Nepal, ended up being encoded into his own works of art, into objects that speak to us, even in a contemporary sense, somehow tapping into these more ancient themes. I would like to show some of the Himalayan masks that he collected. This is an example from Bhutan. Here is from the Kathmandu Valley. This is a similar mask as the one that he found at the flea market that is up on the border of Tibet. We understand that these masks come from somewhere. Of late, it's been popular to decontextualize art and to just appreciate it for its aesthetic form. But these were important ritual objects in very remote places. He's inspired, but he's not imitating. We see that there is a congruence, but not an imitation. He's not co-opting the art of the indigenous people, but not unlike Picasso a century ago, and Braque, he's inspired by these kinds of works of art. So the theme of this show is transformation, based on the discovery of the transformation mask and how his artwork evolved over time. Mort found the satisfaction of having made the art. We went from a mask of transformation, from a collector to an artist.